Welcome to the Collections Resources Centre. This is just one of 5 places across the county where we keep museum objects when they are not on display. We have objects that range in size from tiny coins to large machinery, and some that are extremely fragile and sensitive to light or fluctuating humidity. We try to provide the best conditions for all of our collections. Our facilities are a hive of activity with our curatorial and collections management and care teams looking after the collections and making them accessible in many different ways. We are always working to improve how the collections are stored, documented and used. We find and prepare objects for display in our museum and heritage sites. We lend them to other museums and organisations. Our collections are regularly visited and used as reference material or inspiration by researchers, students, volunteers, artists and community groups. We also share images and information online on our website and on social media. We would like to give you an introduction to our Collections Resources Centre and show some of the areas that may be difficult to access. Our collections are organised by theme. Downstairs we have fine art, home and family life, working life and archaeology collections. Our home and family life collections reflect domestic life through the ages, including childhood toys and games, to housework, crafts, celebrations and holidays. Highlights include many iconic 20th century toys made by Palatoy of Colville and a collection relating to ladybird books of Loughborough. The working life collection reflects local trades and industries, ranging from the tools of traditional craftspeople, such as the blacksmith and wheelwright, farmers and food producers, manufacturing, mining, and transport and commercial life of the county's towns. Highlights include the Thomas Cook collection and clocks and clockmaking. The transport and coal mining collections contain many large objects like locomotives and aircraft, so these are kept elsewhere. The archaeology collections are a record of thousands of years of human activity in Leicestershire. Most of our archaeology collections are kept on the County Hall campus, but here we have archaeological metalwork and human remains. We keep the human remains in an area which is quiet and less likely to be disturbed. Our sensitive store is where we keep objects made of wood, leather, archaeological glass and basketry, all materials that could be damaged by fluctuations in relative humidity. This can cause materials to split, dry out or develop mould. Upstairs we have the fashion and natural life collections. Unfortunately, we have some steep stairs going up to the mezzanine level and there is no lift. We're going to take you upstairs virtually to show you what there is there. The fashion collections include thousands of garments, accessories, photographs, fashion plates, catalogues and magazines that show the changes in fashion from the 1750s to the present day. They reflect the changing taste of local people, the products of Leicestershire manufacturers and retailers, and the creative talents of leading designers and couturiers. We affectionately call this room the frock box. As you can see, we have many clothes rails with garments hanging up. Only garments that are stable and strong enough to hang can be stored in this way. Our volunteers have helped to make padded hangers and Tyvek covers to ensure the garments are well looked after. This space is frequently being used by students, designers and researchers to look at and examine historic costume. Notable collections here include the archive of the British fashion retailer Next plc and the Wallace Coat Archive designed by Sylvia Ayton MBE. On the shelving outside the frock box we have garments and accessories that need to be kept boxed. You can see that we have added photographs to many of the boxes to make it easier to locate items. The hats and shoes always catch the visitor's attention. We also have the Siddon Scarf collection. This is an archive of headscarves and handkerchiefs collected by Brenda Barnard. Brenda had designed a pattern in the 1960s that was produced by Jackmar. She knew that the headscarf had gone into production but had never actually seen it. She decided to try and find the scarf and along the way started to collect designs that she considered both good and bad. She never did find the original scarf, but the museum now has her comprehensive collection of 20th century scarf designs. Here we also have the internationally famous Symington collection of corsetry, foundation garments and swimwear. The Symington collection was created by the Market Harborough Company, R&W.H. Symington, which began to make corsets for fashionable Victorian ladies in the 1850s. The company eventually grew into an international success, and one of its most famous products, the Liberty Bodice, was produced for almost 70 years. This unique collection was presented to Leicestershire County Council's Museum Service in 1980. It tells the story of the Symington Company over a period of 130 years. It includes garments and advertising material, which provide an insight into the development of corsetry, foundation garments and swimwear from the late 19th century through to the beginning of the 1990s. Our natural life collections include specimens and information which reflect the landscape, flora and fauna of the county. They demonstrate the changing natural environment of Leicestershire and its place in the rest of the world over time, comprising two main groups of botany and zoology. Our zoology collections contain approximately 240,000 specimens. Most of these are invertebrates, particularly insects such as butterflies, moths, beetles, flies and bees. We also have a representative selection of birds and mammals, kept as skins and taxidermy. The zoology collections are mainly used by our volunteers and researchers, but are also used to provide inspiration to students and artists. We have a large herbarium, which is a collection of dried and pressed plant specimens, the earliest of which were collected in the early 1800s. They form a valuable record of plant life in Leicestershire. We have plants that were collected from the battlefields of the First World War, as well as by notable local collectors like Andrew Bloxham and Mary Kirby. Most of our natural history specimens were collected by individuals who worked or lived in Leicestershire. Their notebooks and diaries help us to understand what they were collecting, where and why. I hope you have enjoyed your virtual tour of the Collections Resources Centre. If you have been inspired to find out more about our work, please visit our website at leicestershirecollections.org.uk.